Hello, welcome to Valiant Scribe in conversation with Praise Osawaru. He is the winner of our very first poetry competition titled Vultures and Doves, the Social Issues of Our Time. My name is Deborah Ayers, the editor and founder of Valiant Scribe, and I am honored and so excited to hear from Praise today. So, Praise, why don't you introduce yourself to our audience?
Thank you very much, Deborah. My name is Praise Osawaru, and I'm Nigerian. I'm of Benin descent. I'm a Virgo, and I write generally poetry and prose, and in whatever form or whatever way my heart leads me. I love telling stories, and it's evident in my poetry. Many of them take narrative form. This is like my first time I'm winning first place in a competition, so I'm really, really happy about it.
Oh, we're so excited that it was with us. We see great things coming for you. That's for sure. So that being said, can you tell us how you feel your winning poem actually fit into the theme of Vultures and Doves? How do you think that Know Him Flowering in the Morning kind of fits into that allegory for war and peace?
Actually, I wrote my poem like before I saw the competition. But then while reading my poem, I realized that it was in line with the vultures and doves thing. It's evident that the speaker wants peace, but there he keeps having this nightmare of his father dying, and that's because his father was almost killed by someone while trying to rob him in the neighborhood. There are many interpretations of the word vulture, but I particularly like the one that says that a person who likes to prey and exploit others. When the poem goes, there's no in flowering in the morning, it's me saying that there's absence of peace. And dove also signifies peace. So there was this alignment of the vulture and dove and the poem. And I just felt like, okay, this poem is the right fit for this contest. And it's also talking about social issues.
And speaking of
Mhm.
social issues, how do you think it currently reflects the social injustice in Nigeria right now?
There are a lot of things that happen in Nigeria, and one of them is insecurity, like insecurity, and that was like one major theme I tried to tackle in the poem. So the speaker kept thinking, oh, I could have lost my dad, and why? And that is because this area is insecure. Like if there was security and everywhere was like safe, you feel this kind of like peace and calmness within you. So it really speaks about the insecurity in Nigeria. Like there's so many people who are victims of bandits, who are victims of kidnapping and so many other things. And they want safety, but there's no safety, and that's what happened to them. So, generally speaking, the poem itself talks about insecurity and the effect it has on the personal effect it has on people whose um, family members, whose loved one are a victim of such.
I think
Yeah.
insecurity is something that globally a lot of people can relate with, especially in this day and
Yeah.
age. There's just so much happening out there in the world now. Well, I really hope that, that improves over time. At least those are the things we try to advocate for here at Valiant Scribe. We've had quite a bit of a prologue to the poem itself. I was wondering if you would do us the honor of actually reading it. So, yeah.
No in flowering in the morning. And it goes thus. For a while now, each time I fall into the hole of unreality, I awaken raw and frigid, a needle in the muck, in the sandy palm of the earth, in a territory eaten by grief. I catch a shot, tearing through the resonance of the bundling fog, and the seed of the body becomes a branch breaking off a tree, and a great stone emerges, a thread loosening itself. I plummet before it, thick, fingers unearthing. The wind translates into a choir of ashes. My tears meet the soil, and black holes which push out to the surface. Dawn leads me into the galaxy of the living. There is no in flowering in the morning, only a knot, only the color of nightmare crowning with dread. I mean to tell you, my father almost transformed into a metaphor at the wand of a gun in this neighborhood where stars drop out of the sky before glimmering, and I have been dreaming of ravens, candlesticks, dense skies, and a shadowless house. If you see a turbulent sea in me when I lie, know that I'm striving to seize the gray clouds from gobbling my moon. My brother, my son, drowned while traversing the ocean here. I am not committing to the dialects of loss. I am not.
Yeah, just such a wonderful poem. And actually, I was wondering, what is your writing process? How do you um, put together, such a good piece?
First thing is about my writing process. It's not static. Like I'm an adaptive person. I'm really passionate about writing, so I can write anywhere and anyhow. But mostly, I usually get an idea of what I want to write about, and most of my poems are personal poems. They are intimate in the sense that they're inspired by my personal experiences. My writing process is mostly me developing an idea and then working my poem based on the idea. So to start with a line and then I start going, and I take a lot of time when I'm writing. So my first drafts are like all like they're, I don't want to say very good, but it's a good draft, and it just requires mostly light edits because I pay attention to my language, syntax, pay attention to the narrative progression of my story with my poems because they always take a narrative form. I like storytelling, like I said. So it just that's basically my writing process. I develop an idea, I conceptualize because I'm trying to tell a story, and I execute my idea, and I make sure that it's in line with what I'm trying to say the story. There's enough emotion with my language, and I'm able to like capture what I'm trying to say.
Definitely, real life events have a way of evoking such emotion and connectivity through the words of what we put down on paper. And I think it's easily recognizable by a reader. So thank you for sharing your writing process and what drives you to write,
You're
and
welcome.
basically how to write a winning poem. I was wondering, I know you're very busy and you're very accomplished. What other work do you have out there? Do you have any publications upcoming? Do you have a book or a reading that our viewers can check out after this interview?
One of my favorite poems is published on Frontier Poetry, to witness sunset and not say goodbye. And another of my poem, which is sort of like a prequel. Well, not exactly a prequel because I wrote it in the same spirit with this knowing flowering in the morning. I think that's titled Saltwater in Savant God. So I don't have a website yet, so I have a link tree, and everyone can access it, get my published work there. And with regards book, I worked on a chapbook last month. Okay, well, I'd been writing poems with a shared spirit and like this shared theme. So I concluded it last month.
Congratulations.
And I submitted it. Thank you very much. So I submitted it for I'm not exactly allowed to say, but I submitted it for this African chapbook box set. So I'm keep my fingers crossed, and I hope that it gets accepted. So that's like the first chapbook I've put together. So I'm really hoping that it gets accepted because I would like to get a book out in the world. And so, but right now I'm thinking about working on another chapbook. Because when I was working on that, I got an idea to work on another chapbook from the first chapbook I was working on. So my poems are found online and through my link tree, and hopefully I'll get a book out soon. And
so what's your handle in case
touch the
people
light
want to
of
find
others.
you?
Okay. I'm Wordsmith Praise on Twitter and Instagram, like Wordsmith Praise.
Awesome. So we'll make sure to also include that in the description of this interview, just so everyone can follow you and read and just see your progress. Our handle is at Valiant Scribe, everyone, and that will also be in the description. You can follow us for more from Praise, including our second anthology or the second issue of the Valiant Scribe Journal, which will be coming out in December this year. It will feature Praise's poem alongside the poetry of other winners and honorable mentions from the poetry competition that held this year. So with that being said, I want to really thank you for speaking with us, for being here, for sharing your poetry and your process. And we look forward to working together in the future, for sure.
And I really enjoyed this session with my first interview and sharing my thoughts about poetry and everything. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Praise. Okay. Well, you have a wonderful rest of your day.